past that time by Sparrow, and the circus is on.
What's up, YouTube? It's Tyler Knight, YouTube Ty's Life. I'm about to be reacting to the funniest Larry Bird trash talk story ever told. I'm about to get to the video. The last video I did was new footage of Michael Jordan explaining why Bird was unstoppable. And that was a great video. After you watch this one, go to that one. If you enjoy this video, you enjoy the next one for sure. Yeah, let's get into it. This should be cool. Hopefully it's a story I never heard before, because I've heard a lot for sure. Yeah, so let's get into it. Like, comment, subscribe.
We say in the era that I played, what you played in that same era, because you played against Larry Bird as well, that he was the biggest trash talker that I've ever seen.
Ever.
Okay, you just answered my question.
One of the biggest ever.
Man,
he told
people
me,
don't realize
so
how much
one year, this is a funny story. And I was so pissed off because I was with the Clippers, right? So I'm halfway pissed off. So that year, they put me in a three-point shoot.
And the first two shooters up, Norm Nixon of the Clippers, and there's Norm taking what many players consider to be the easiest shot from the sideline.
I'm like, oh man, I didn't shoot threes. I never practiced for it.
Norm Nixon, outstanding guard for many years with the Lakers. Look at the concentration on him.
So we go back and we back getting ready to shoot it. So Larry walks in. He goes, Norm, everybody here shoot for second place. And I was so mad that I had practice, so I could at least do something. Everybody shooting, everybody going for second place.
You at the three-point competition, walking in the locker room. Who's playing? Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I felt so bad because Leon Wood never crossed the three-point line. All he did was he always shot threes. So I thought he might be the competition. When I walked in there, he's sitting there, and I said, okay, now they're down to the nitty-gritty. Who's coming in second? You already know who's going to win this. I think they were a little nervous.
And after Larry Bird hit 11 straight threes in this final round,
Crazy.
He decided to hit one off the backboard just for fun.
Nice.
Oh, way to take it off the glass.
That chick said my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing.
Then he went out and won the shit, right? So now we go to Boston. At that time, I was playing with Cedric. Maxwell was on the Clippers.
Larry Bird. And Storm Norman Nixon in the backcourt. There is Jimmy Lynam out of Philadelphia. I'm talking about passing the ball. The Clippers have one of the good ones in Norm Nixon in the backcourt.
Well, they got him from the Lakers, and he's still the same old Norm Nixon. He makes things happen on the fast break.
Should I react to Nixon? He looks good. He looks really good. The way he was shooting too. I've never seen someone put it on the floor like take a dribble and then shoot it during a three-point contest. But he was hitting them. I saw him hit like 4 or 5 in a row. Not anything to compare him against Larry Bird, because Larry Bird had 11 in a row. The man had 5. That's very good. But 11 in a three-point contest? Like, insanity. But yeah, he looks good though. Like, just from the clips I've been seeing, he was going to work. He's going to work. Like, I could tell by his temperament. Like, as a basketball player, I used to play basketball before. I could tell when someone can really play, and he looks like he can play. And the way he was shooting the basketball too, he was going to work. He had to go against Larry Bird, so that wasn't really fair. I want my thing to focus. I think not really focusing. But yeah, let's get back into it. Let me know if I should react to Nixon.
Here's Nixon right back for 2.
No, he walked on the court like, no, all threes tonight. I'm shooting all three. I said, Maxwell gonna lock you up. I said, Max coming up here to lock you up here in Boston.
Lynam jumped off the bench looking for a foul, and Bird hits on the other end.
Bird was just sitting there waiting for Cage to put it on the glass and knocked it away.
Larry's pull-up. Yes.
You better get on him as soon as he gets into scoring range. And for the Clippers, Walton and Donaldson.
Bird again. Larry's saying to the crowd here, this is what you came to see, huh?
This is the Boston Garden. I feel at home here.
So we started the game. He was at the 3. He took a shot and somebody hit him, and he fell down.
Bird. Yes, and foul! 3 straight for Larry Bird. The foul will be on Derek Smith.
And I think I was on the other side of the court. So he's on the ground like this, looking for me. So he talked. That's why Doc, you remember if you look at the tape, Doc called him at half court and grabbed him, punched him about 8 times.
Yeah.
But Larry, it wasn't even halftime. I don't know how many points. He must have had 22. It was some crazy number of points in the first half. I think he was in, because you saw him running down the court. You know he was in Doc's ear. Doc stopped, turned around, bam, bam.
Larry was talking trash to Dr. J, which he didn't usually do, talk to his, the stars of the game. I think Larry had like 35 halfway through the third quarter and said to Dr. J, you need to retire, bro.
Oh, man.
And I don't think Dr. J took that too well. And he's like the nicest guy in the world, but they got in this fight.
There's Dr. J trying to hold Bird.
Yeah, like I talked about before, I understand why Dr. J wanted to put hands on Bird, because Dr. J was at the tail end of his career, and he's known as a legend, even back then, even more so, because a lot of players emulated their games when they watched Dr. J, and when they came to the league, especially if it was like slashers, like small forwards, they watched Dr. J, and he was that guy. He was like one of the GOATs back then, like not GOATs, but he was one of the best, or probably the best small forward of all time around that time, like coming up in the league. Obviously, not at that moment, because Larry Bird is in the league and he's probably in his prime, but I'm saying like before Larry Bird. And for Dr. J to do all of that in his career, get all the respect in his career, and be at the tail end of his career, and the guy that's on the uprise and is probably in his prime or getting close to it is talking trash and telling him to retire, you need to retire, like that is so disrespectful. The fact that he's getting older and he's probably not as good, and someone that is on the rise and is about to be in their prime is talking trash, that's probably very frustrating, because he can't do anything about it but put hands on him, but put these hands up. You get what I'm saying? So I can understand why he would want to do it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. I definitely do. But it's like I can understand why he snapped.
Retaliates, and there is
and look at
Jay hitting Bird as he's being held from behind by Barkley and Moses Malone.
Why did you and Bird not get along? The irony is we did get along. It's just that when somebody plays for Boston and somebody else plays for Philly, if you have to get on the court and play with one another, I don't care if it's your mother. You're not supposed to get along.
A lot of people don't remember in those days that the rivalry was Philadelphia and Boston, Julius Erving and Larry Bird.
I think in terms of two clubs in professional sports and professional team sports, really wanting one another and going after one another's throats, this is definitely the ultimate.
There's no greater time in basketball that I've ever had other than going out and beating the 76ers.
Both teams were undefeated, and there's only 2 referees. I'm with a veteran official, and the start of the second half, Dennis Johnson dives for a ball and crashes into my partner and breaks his leg.
Bounce pass out to DJ. Dennis takes it to the hole. Won't go. Takes down Jack Madden, and that gets a big hand from the crowd.
But Madden's hurt. Madden is hurt.
Well, we stopped the game. They carry him off on a stretcher, and I do, my plea to both coaches. I get Casey Jones and I get Billy Cunningham, and I said, coaches, listen, I'm by myself. I'm going to work for 2 men. I'm going to work as hard as one person can possibly work. But this is only going to be successful if I have your cooperation. Dick, you got it. No problem. Everything is fine. Well, 4 technical fouls later, thanks to their cooperation, it was only 4 technical fouls. And of course, as luck would have it, Larry Bird has an unbelievable night. Every shot he took, Irving is guarding him. And as every shot went in that Larry took, he went further back, and he kept on saying to Irving, "Aren't you going to guard me? Can't you do any better?" I mean, he was the greatest soft-spoken trash talker I've ever met.
Celtic hoop. They are up by a deuce. Make it 4.
He was killing Dr. J, like killing him. Like it looked like Dr. J was not guarding Bird. Like I think Bird was just that good. Even the spin off, like he went to the baseline, got to the baseline, and did his reverse dunk. Dr. J was nowhere to be found at all. The mid-range jumpers, he was even like putting his hand up because his release was too quick. Like I feel like Dr. J was just at the tail end of his career, and Larry Bird is at the prime of his career probably, and it's just like he had no business guarding him. And Larry Bird saw that and was like, okay, this is disrespect. Get this old man off me type of thing. So, yeah.
McHale is looking for Larry Bird. Finds him, gets a step on Jay, and gets 2. 21 for Larry in the first half. Harris. Bird through the lane. Left-hander is good to foul. 25 first half points for Larry Bird with 3:09 to play.
Finally, it got too much, and I look up and I see them choking each other. And a melee ensues.
There's Dr. J trying to hold Bird. Bird retaliates, and
And look at
Jay hitting Bird as he's being held from behind by Barkley and Moses Malone.
So the fight, I think if you watch the highlights, it looked like a moment in which he was going to take a swing. And it was very uncharacteristic because, we did Converse commercials together. We did Spalding commercials together. So, we were kind of cool. I thought something was going to happen because he was definitely mad. But he was mad at the referee. He wasn't mad at me. And I just extended my arm to hold him back. And it ended up sliding up to his neck. And then
those things happen.
Then it was on. So it was really inadvertent. I didn't really mean to grab him by the neck, but it was kind of inadvertent. I pushed him in the chest. His hand slid up, got to his neck. He reaches for my neck. Next thing I know, it's a melee.
Well, if you'd heard what Larry was saying to him, you understand why Judy is lost.
Can you tell us, Chief?
And we all know Larry is legendary brass talking. All it was is Dr. J's ego, pride.
Yeah.
Right.
He had probably one of his worst basketball outings ever at the most inopportune time. And Larry constantly reminded him of it. Oh, man, the trash talking. Oh, my goodness. I would have threw a punch if it was me.
That happened in the middle of the third quarter. Bird had 42 that night with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Irving couldn't buy a bucket. Why don't people say
he had 42 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I would have thought about it. I would have been so upset. I would have thought about it. I wouldn't have thrown a punch, but I definitely would have thought about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd have been like, I'm saved. That'd be chill. He's lucky I'm saved. He's lucky I'm saved. Because there's no way I'm having the worst game of my career. The man has 42 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Basically had 42 in the first half. If we're being honest, probably had like 35 in the first half on me. And I'm not scoring nothing. I'm having the worst game, probably the worst outing of my career. and he's talking trash. Crazy. He's letting me know about it. Whew, I would be heated. Oh my gosh, I would have to calm myself down. Should have to say a prayer or something, bro. I had to calm myself down because there's no way. That's crazy. Like, that's the worst time to have your worst game against Larry Bird because he's gonna tell you about it. He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't care if you're Dr. J. He doesn't care if you're an all-time player, probably one of the legends, probably one of the best small forwards of all time. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you were in a Converse commercial with him or a Spalding. He's gonna give it to you. You're on the other end of the court. You're playing against his team. You're Philly, and we're rivals. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you about it. I mean, and then he's gonna retaliate too because like if he can't do anything about it, if he's having the worst game of his career and he can't score right now, he can't play defense right now. All he could do is throw hands. But Dr. J said it was a misunderstanding, but I could see how it got to that point. He probably already had that in his head and thinking that Larry Bird was probably going to do that to him. He probably had that rage built up anyways, and if anybody tested him at that time, he's going to throw a punch because he's already frustrated. So, yeah, that's just how it went. But I understand. I really do, but it's like, yeah, I don't agree with it, but it's like anybody is going to be tempted to throw a punch for sure. Anybody. You just have to fight against that and play ball, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're gonna throw punches and ask for forgiveness later and talk about how like it's competitiveness. I don't think he probably regretted punching him in the face. Maybe not. Maybe he didn't regret that. But yeah, that was crazy though. That was crazy. I feel like anybody would be tempted.
You know, Julius Erving, he cost Bird maybe a 75-point night.
And so I just I learned from my brother Joe that if you can't stop something before it starts, you kind of step back and take license plate numbers.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stepped back and watched what was going on. And in so doing, then I informed them that Bird and Irving were gone. And that was the first time and only time either one of them have ever been thrown out of the game.
He stopped him from a 75-point game. He could have had 75, basically. Because he had 40, he said he had 40 something in the not in the third quarter, but 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Yeah, he looks like he was about to get 70 for sure. What? Ooh. That boy was killing him. Oh my gosh.
Larry talk, man. Coop tells me stories about him too.
Yeah, he talked more shit than anybody I've ever seen on
and
the basketball.
backed it up there.
And that's what I said. I think when we did the 30 for 30, right? When we talked about the rivalry, and they asked me about Larry, and I was telling them a story about him saying he was going to go over there to the 3-point line and catch it in the corner and shoot it. He said, there ain't a damn thing y'all could do about it, right? And he went over there and did it, right? I said, he was the biggest shit talker. I said, but I guess it ain't talking shit if you can do it. The dude would just tell you where he's going, shoot it in your face, talk shit to you, and run back down the floor.
From outside. It's up to 4 once again with 1:34 remaining. Here's Bird, long range over Cooper, and the net didn't even tumble.
And he did that to us in the finals. He was like, guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to go right over here to the corner. I'm going to catch the ball, I'm going to shoot it, and ain't shit y'all can do about it.
Get a technical. The tip controlled by the Celtics. Here's Bird going for 3, and he has it to take this lead. McHale misses. Bird goes up and is fouled. Larry Bird is fouled. Kareem is upset. It's been a common scene tonight here in game number 4.
And DJ was funny too because they had a little thing because Larry got every call now. He didn't need all the help he got, but he got every call.
Right.
So DJ had a saying. He called them bird calls. So Larry get a call. He go, bird call, bird call. So Larry comes say, hey, if they gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it. Bird call.
And basketball to me is a psychological game. It's a game that you get into somebody else's head. And you get into somebody else's head because you can talk them out of their game. If you're a real player, you don't let nobody talk you out of the game. You just go, okay, all right. I'll see you in about 2 minutes, brother. Don't worry about it.
He misses the first. Johnson misses them both. Bird the rebound, and the Celtics want a timeout.
And with the score tied up with 34 seconds to go in overtime, Larry Bird gives us one of the signature moments of his entire career.
Dennis, he told me this one story. We were playing, I guess it was in 84, 85, one of the series, but Casey Jones was drawing up a play. And Larry was kind of like watching. And then finally Larry said, hey, coach, give me the fucking ball till everybody get out the way. I love that story because that's dominance there. That's some shit only great ones say.
They're in overtime, tied at 123.
Casey drawn up the play for coming out of the huddle. And Larry turned and said, you guys want to win the game? Just give me the ball and get out the way.
But here's Henderson with it. 18 on the shot clock. I think the Celtics will use most of the clock here. Nearly a steal by Worthy. Dennis Johnson with Cooper all over him. He can't do a thing. Bird turnaround, hits. And the Boston Celtics have even this NBA World Championship Series at 2 games.
Filthy. Turnaround jumper. Filthy.
Games apiece. And those who are writing the obituary can just pause.
He was just one of those guys that he just had it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he
I know
had
what you're
it,
talking
and I
about.
saw it in college, and obviously saw it a whole lot closer when we get a chance to play against the Celtics. He was the biggest trash talker back in the day, but he would back it up. Again, Larry Bird, the biggest shit talker probably in NBA
could
history.
go, man.
He
Could
backed
go.
it up.
Could go.
Yeah, that's it for the video, man. That was a great video too. Two very good videos. The last one I reacted to, new footage of Michael Jordan explaining why Bird was so unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? So like that was a great video I reacted to. And then yeah, we have this video, the funniest Larry Bird stories, trash talk stories. So yeah, two of these videos I feel like were very good. And yeah, watch my video after this one. So once I sign off, once I say this prayer, yeah, watch that video. The new footage of Michael Jordan explaining why Bird was unstoppable. Yeah, that was a good video. This was a good video too. There's some funny stories here and some stories I haven't heard about. I didn't hear about this story for Dixon. I heard new things for the Julius Erving story that I didn't hear. I didn't really hear Julius Erving's perspective on that, so that was cool. He was saying how it was like kind of like a misunderstanding because when he put his hand on his neck, it was like to stop him from getting closer. But it's like he didn't really want to put his hand on his neck. He was trying to just push him away. And then Bird, like he was about to swing, so he started swinging. And his players were holding Bird back, so it looked crazy. I haven't heard about that Bird call thing where Bird gets calls and Dennis Johnson is like calling out Bird call. That's pretty funny. That was funny. So that was a great video. That was two very good videos, man. Honestly. Yeah. New footage of Michael Jordan explaining why Bird was unstoppable. And then the funniest Larry Bird trash talk stories. Two great videos. Yeah. Tune into the other one if you haven't seen it. New footage of Michael Jordan talking about Larry Bird, why he's unstoppable. And yeah, about to say a prayer. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Whoever is watching this video, bless them from the crown of their heads to the soles of their feet. Allow them to be strong. Allow them to be 100% healthy and in their mind, mentally, and physically, and spiritually. Allow them to put you first. Allow them to treat their bodies like a temple, and treat their minds like a temple. Whatever is going through their head, allow the thoughts to be pure. If they're not pure, allow them to work towards it, and try their best to work on it. When they wake up, pray to God, give him gratitude. Read the Bible, maybe. Look at daily devotion. Don't turn on your phone. Allow them to have that discernment to do that so they can grow mentally and spiritually. And whatever they consume, allow them to be cautious about that and to not given to gluttony just because they're stressed. Allow them to not stress because God said, do not worry. I got you, basically. Also, there's another scripture saying, cast your cares and anxieties on me. So, yeah, I pray that they do that, have discernment, and follow God no matter what. So in the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. So stay blessed, stay lit, and I'm out.